everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, my name is Henja and this is my dog Dexter, who's currently wearing a cone because he won't leave his hot spot alone. So in today's video, it's my husband. So in today's video, like I've been trying to say for like the 10th millionth time, I will be talking about how to stay organized and how to stay motivated, because this year that is what I am all about. I started school a couple months ago, and with being a mom, like part-time I guess, I'm not a mom part-time, I'm a mom full-time, but I go to school part-time. But even then, Isaiah's right there. Even then, I feel like my mind is everywhere because I have homework to do, I have tests to study for, and I also have a house to keep clean and kids to take care of. And you know, I am so lucky to have a husband that helps me so much. But during days where like he just recently got sick, and then he's also going to school, so sometimes there's days where he really can't help much, so I have to stay motivated and organized. Otherwise, if I'm not organized, I will lose my mind and I just won't want to do anything, and I will lose all the motivation that I've ever had. And so yes, I wanted to make this video just because I feel like it can help somebody out there, you know, even if it's just one person. I don't care. I just want to help somebody, and let's get right into it. So what made me want to become organized and everything is honestly the way that my life was going. When I first started school, I would come home and everything would be everywhere. My mind was everywhere, and it wasn't because Joel wasn't doing things right, it was just because he wasn't used to the schedule that I had made. So I had to come up with a plan so that him and I wouldn't lose our minds. And so one of the things that really helped me honestly was reading a book. And I've talked about this book before, and I'm trying to put it together right now so that it looks decent when I show it to you guys. I've read this book time and time again. It was gifted to my husband by his sister, but I took over it after he was done reading it, just because I went through a really rough patch a couple months back after I had just had my baby, and I needed to stay motivated. So I read the book. It's called The Secret, and it is by Rhonda Byrne, I believe. There's also I believe it's like the movie of it on Netflix, and I think it's on Amazon too. But yeah, this book is amazing. It really opened my mind, and it just kept me up there. Like and up there I mean like my motivation levels are just at an all-time high. Like I feel wonderful. And yeah, like I love this book because it talks about the law of attraction, and I had never heard, well, I had heard about it, but it was never it was not something that I had ever paid attention to. And I feel like I'm about to ramble about this book, so let me keep it short. So this book talks about the law of attraction, and I started believing in the law of attraction after I read it, and sure enough, it did work for me, because I truly believe it deeply in my core that the law of attraction works, and that the universe, we're able to control it with our minds and with our thoughts and with how badly we really want things. So this is one of the books. I definitely recommend it if you're feeling kind of low, or if you just feel like things just aren't going your way, and just read this book. It'll definitely change your mindset. And then another book that I got this one from Barnes and Noble. I had just finished reading this book for like the 3rd time, and I was like, you know what, okay, I need something new. Give me a second. Okay, so the next book, it's called 365 Ways to Raise Your Frequency, and this is by Melissa Alvarez. And basically you read a page a day, so 365 pages in this book, so you read a page a day. The one that I'm on right now says the mind-mouth connection, and it just basically what it's saying is to pause before speaking. You may decide to keep your thoughts to yourself. So I haven't read that one yet, so I don't really know what it's talking about, but it basically like I read this in the morning, right after I have time to myself, meditation or whatever it may be, maybe just sitting alone quietly. That's when I read it, and it just like, it kind of lets you know like, okay, how are you gonna go about today? And it has like different I guess chapters. It talks about awareness, your spiritual path, releasing negativity, self-transformation, and there's 10 parts to it, and basically by the end of this you'll be like stress-free and happier. I always keep in mind like what I want to work towards. Like, for example, I'm going to school to become a dental assistant, and there are so many crappy people out there who talk down on dental assistants, and honestly I'm so excited about this job like when I start my career, because it's so much fun, and like I go to school and I genuinely enjoy being there just because everything that dental assistants do is so fun, and I cannot wait to be out in the real world and actually like doing and working on patients, you know. So I always keep that in mind, that, you know what, forget what people say, this is what's gonna make me happy. I don't want a crappy job. Like, I'm sorry that you are so unhappy with your life that you have to talk down on people who are, you know, spending their money for an education. Like, I'm paying a lot of money to become a dental assistant, so you can keep your crappy little job. Like, I don't care. You will not like make me think bad about myself because I'm choosing a career that I'm genuinely going to enjoy. Anyway, I think that's one of the major things that keeps my motivation high. It's like, bye haters. Another thing is my family. I always keep my family in mind. What I always picture is us living in this beautiful home and owning the cars that we truly want, and my kids being happy and having anything that they'll ever need, and, you know, just being a happy family, and, you know, adding to our family eventually. And whether that's talking about babies or puppies, who cares? Like, I envision a beautiful family and a happy family, and I cannot wait for that. And so, like I said, I always picture us living in a beautiful home and, you know, just being genuinely happy. So that's one of my biggest motivations. And another thing is paying stuff off, like all of the debt that me and Joelle are in. And, you know, I can't wait to pay off my credit cards, or I can't wait to pay off my student loans, or I can't, you know, pay off our cars, anything. Like, imagining us like not having to worry about so many bills, honestly, like, it just brings me a peace of mind. And even though we're not there yet, knowing that we will be there makes me truly happy. And, you know, it's just one of our main goals to be debt free and get our credit scores higher. And, you know, we have a board in the room that I will show you guys, and basically we just write down, you know, like, maybe I won't show you guys because there's kind of personal information on there, but we wrote down all of our bills, and we wrote a deadline of like when we want to pay it off by and how we're gonna do it. And so we keep that in our room just because we see it every morning when we wake up, and just we talk about it every morning. We say, look, we're closer today, and look, we owe less today than we did last month, or whatever, last week. And it's really nice when we get to cross off a bill, because there goes that whatever it was, and it motivates us to keep doing better. Okay, now staying organized to work towards your goal. Get an agenda, a planner, anything. It works wonders. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without my agenda. I bought this for school. I have like 3 other agendas. One is for bills, one is for like our daily schedules, one is for like my YouTube videos, and I have so many, but they're all for different things, and I like to keep it that way just so that it's not all cluttered. And I feel like, I don't know, if I was like to have this, and like right here I have like, okay, make this video, study for this test, turn in this homework, you know, whatever it is. I just feel like it would kind of stress me out a little bit. So I like to have different planners for different things: personal life, school life, I don't know, work life, I guess more like financial life. And so that's what we do. Oh, and then like in our personal one, we write down like what we're gonna eat like every day, and like when we plan to go out to go grab dinner or whatever it is. And well, yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my school agenda. This one is so cute. It says 2018. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got this one at Target. It was only like $8. And let me see, I started using this in November, I believe. Yeah, November. So what I did is like I color coordinate like my weeks at school. Every week we do we're like on a new chapter, I guess you can say, like in our lecture. So I like to keep that color coordinated so that when I'm looking through my notes trying to study for a test, I know what color to look for. So that really helps in staying, like, you know, so that I know what I'm looking for. And yeah, I write down like my tests, like when I have my test, when my homework is due, and then when I take my test or when I turn in my homework and when I get my grade back, I always make sure to write down my grade so that I know just around like what my percentage in class is. And yeah, so like I don't know, I have different things. I don't know if you guys can see, I can't see from there, but I cannot believe that January is barely going to be over. I feel like this month just took forever. So yeah, agendas really help to stay organized. Like, I don't know. And also on my phone, I have, let me see, I have 2 different calendar apps. I have the regular one and then I have the tiny calendar one. I believe I have Google Calendar as well, and all of these I use for different things as well. Tiny Calendar I like to use for our chores and what we're going to be eating, and I know I have it also written down on paper, but I don't always have the time to look at my paper. For example, like if we're gonna go grocery shopping, I'm not gonna take my whole planner with me. I just look at my phone, see what we're gonna be cooking throughout the week, and then that's how we buy our groceries. So yeah, like I have Google Calendar in my school folder. If you guys watch my What's on My iPhone video, I talk about it, but not really. But anyway, I have Google Calendar, and this is where I keep all my homework and all my tests, just so that sometimes, guys, I forget that I have a test coming up, and I'm like, and my phone will remind me, and I'm like, oh crap, I have to study for that. And then Tiny Calendar I like to use for our chores and our meals, more like personal life things, just because I love the way that it looks. It can give you daily, so like I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, probably not, but it'll show like daily or weekly and monthly, and it just like the layout of it is great. You guys should definitely download this, especially if you're a mom or just, you know, a busy person in general, and you want to be reminded like, okay, today I have to do these chores or whatever. And then my regular calendar, that's what I do, that I keep that for appointments and birthdays and just other things like that. So I don't like to mix that up with my school or my daily life, just because, like I said, it just helps me personally to, you know, just keep everything separated, and it just, I don't know, it clicks better with me. His eye is trying to crawl behind me. Also, I use reminders a lot because I always tend to forget things. Like sometimes I have to call the doctor to make an appointment for the boys, or, you know, just call to make an appointment for anything. And so as soon as I think about it, like, okay, I have to call tomorrow to make an appointment for the boys, I write it down on my reminders and make it remind me tomorrow until it's checked off. That way I don't forget, and that way I don't keep pushing it off, because I hate having like notifications on my phone. So it kind of helps me, like, okay, so why is this red mark on my phone? Okay, well, maybe because I need to call the doctor. Check, got it, call, and now it's gone. And now I've gotten another thing that I was supposed to get done throughout the day. I feel like this video, I'm just rambling on and on and on and on, and you guys might get bored. I don't know if I'll be able to shorten it. So yeah, I believe that that is everything that I have for today. I wish I could stay here and like just talk to you guys forever, but I just like, this is all I have to say for now. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or message me on social media. I'll leave everything maybe here or linked down below, but it's always linked down below. So yeah, get in contact with me if you want to, if you need to, if you have any questions about what I just talked about or any questions in general. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click that like button. And yeah, I hope you guys stay amazing. Bye.